Okay. Haha, we're live. Um, Hi everybody, it's me. I'm totally filming it today. I have the day off, and yeah, so glasses, I haven't taken a shower yet, which I'm sure you all wanted to know, but hey, now you do. And knowing is half the battle. Alright, so to finish the joke from last week, which was correctly guessed by one person, and not by Stitch in Time. The answer was two. The answer to what kind of key doesn't open any doors is a turkey. Okay, that was really lame, I know, but I really like terrible jokes like that. Okay, shoo. Not really a lot for this video. I'm gonna show an update on two of my works in progress, talk a little bit about the new Lizzie Kate, and show off something that I got at a Barnes & Noble from my wonderful boyfriend. And then a little other stashy things. Okay, so I worked this weekend on the Leslie Tier Wizard of Oz for the first time in a while. And this is where I am on it. I got the birds finished, the house partially backstitched, the top part of the frame, the outline of the cloud, part of the rainbow, and the little flower thing. So I worked on that some. I'm going to try something a little different with this quadrant. There's a lot of that green and the blue, which is a little tedious because it's one block of color. So I'm going to try and stitch all of that and then finish the quadrant out with the fun stuff, which on this side is below the flowers is a pair of ruby slippers, and then the Wicked Witch of the West is over here, and then Tin Man's here, and part of Dorothy is here. So I'm hopeful that maybe that'll make it go a little smoother. But we'll see. But I had to get some outlining in place first, so that I could fill in, because filling in is a little bit easier. I don't know if I'd worked much on Master and the Macabre since my last video, but I've got Annabelle Lee herself finished, and part of her tower. And this actually ended up spawning like a weird debate on Facebook and a weird post, but I don't know how well it'll show up, but there we go. But her hand, the pointer finger and the ring finger, yes, were the same length. And on my hands, my pointer/index finger is a little bit longer than my index finger. So I shortened it because I thought it looked better. And I told Stitch in Time this because she has her whole thing about hands being malformed and fixing them. And I was like, oh, she'll appreciate this. And she was like, mine are the same. So then I was like, oh, well, then you must be a freak, because, of course, I'm the right one. So then I started asking around, and it turns out the majority of people, their ring finger is longer than their index finger. So maybe I'm the freak. Who knows? But I'm okay with this. Anyhow, I also, when I was at Stitch Niche, got a new needle minder, which is the Raven, because it seemed appropriate. And the Halloween ones were on sale, so I thought, why not? I went in to get some stuff for other people, came out with a whole lot of stuff for myself, because that's how I roll. Okay, while I was there, I also got a set of Bon, I believe that's how they're pronounced, French needles, 26, because the proprietress, because that sounds better than owner, Kathy, recommended them. Because I tried out gold needles, and I'm actually using a gold one on Master and the Macabre. I'm not overly thrilled with them. I don't really notice any difference, other than they're a lot more difficult to thread. So, yeah, not sure how we're going to go with that. So, someone may end up with the rest of my gold needles in their Christmas present. Or something. I don't know. maybe I'll make a necklace. God, how dangerous would that be? Having a whole bunch of needles around your neck? Yeah, that's a smart idea, Garrett. Whew. Alright. So, I also found, which was super exciting, and I don't know where she gets, well, she says she gets them from a distributor, obviously, and I'm going to keep buying them there because it's like $1 for a pack of 20. But cardboard bobbins that don't have the DMC logo on them, so that I can bobbinate all my non-DMC threads, which makes me really happy because I think it looks super tacky to be all, like, this is what I used to do with my Weeks Dyed Works. See, Weeks Dyed Work 1340, but you got the big DMC logo, and then I had to write the color on the back. And I'll show you with this next one what I did instead. So I got the Lizzie Kate Things Unseen, and I just closed that bag. Part 1 sampler. Of the mystery sampler. This one was really exciting for a couple of reasons. Here's what the cover looks like. One, I really like Helen Keller and kind of have since about the 3rd grade. And it's got a quote from Helen Keller on it, so that was exciting. It's non-seasonal, too, which is nice. I've not really done a non-seasonal one yet. And it's all Weeks Dyed Works, which, for those curious, it's boysenberry, cattail, cocoa, guacamole, hazelnut, onyx, Oscar, parchment, Spanish moss, straw, and verdigris. And verdigris, funny enough, I first heard that term in Wicked, and so I expected it to be a much greener color than it is, but in this case it's more of a blue-green. It also features a brand new, made exclusively for this project, from Weeks Dyed Works, called Busy Lizzie, which is, I'm going to show you my 2 favorite colors out of this set, one of which anyone who knows me can probably guess, but, where is it? Where did you go? There you are. But the new one is called Busy Lizzie. It's this really pretty pink color. And so I still have to do the name on the back like that, but there's no tacky DMC logo. But my favorite one in this grouping, I need to fix this. I need to fix this because this is being a mess. And I'm not Honey Badger. Is this one. It's called Oscar, like Oscar the Grouch. Yeah. So I've got that. I started on it. It's on this. I'm doing it on Ada because my mother prefers the look of Ada, and this is actually going to go to her. And I'm going to show this part because you really can't tell a darn thing because it's just the border right now. But it's done on this. It's not showing up as pretty on the camera, but it's Ren, and it's by Picture This Plus, and it's sort of a soft gray-brown. And it's actually really, really pretty. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing this come together. I may work on that today. I may work on Santa, too. It's going to be one of the 2. And then I found, and there's a couple of held over weeks of things that I either already had, so I've got them on still on skeins. Because I tend to try, if I don't immediately need it for a project, I try to leave it on the skein. That way I don't have multiple bobbins of the same color. The exception being 310, white, or ecru, because they show up all over the place, or 5200. The other is the new Disney Classic Cross Stitch from Sterling Innovation and Disney Enterprises. It's at Barnes & Noble. It's $16 or so. And it's all classic Disney themed. And, of course, it's a lot of packaging for something that doesn't need a lot of packaging. But you get in it DMC floss, and you have enough to do 2 projects, which they tell you which ones they are. You also get the Ada to do 2 projects. And a needle. But that's still in the bag, and I'm not going to even attempt to take that out, because that seems like a silly idea. And I'll probably just... Oh, you get 2 needles. You get 2 needles. So this... And I'm putting it back. Smooth, Garrett, smooth. Okay. Okay, we're just going to put this back together after the video. It also comes with this little book, Disney Classic Cross Stitch. It comes with the material and such to make a Pluto bookmark, which is this here, as well as the Snow White portrait, which is this one here. It's fairly straightforward. It gives you instructions. It gives you the colors that you need, the design area. In some cases, I think there's only one instance where a blending filament is mentioned. I don't remember. It may have been on Cinderella's carriage that they used it. Yeah, I think Cinderella's carriage, which is really, really cool. Again, that's it. Uses the Kreinik. But it's really short. It's done by the same guy who runs what is the name of it? It's John Lohman, and he does Sprite Stitch, which is a video game craft site. So if you've been there, it's the same guy. He also wrote Star Trek Cross Stitch, and has had his work featured in a couple of magazines and things like that. So it's looks like it's actually probably a very good beginner kit. Slash, hey, I'm bored and need something easy. Hopefully I'm trying to reassemble it while I'm talking, because I just can't do so. So it's $16, and you can use your Barnes & Noble member on it. And like I said, it is DMC floss. It doesn't have the top part that says DMC, but it's very clearly DMC. So, so yes. So that is the new Disney Classic Cross Stitch kit. Yeah, that I think looks tacky now. So that's new, and it's out and available, and I think it's really actually, part of why I think it's so cool is it seems like we're getting back into more of a home arts thing with these gift sets. So, cross stitch is coming back. Although I'm not really sure it ever went away. What was it Judy Garland used to say? I go to the bathroom and people think I'm making a comeback. But, yes, and it is. It's $16.95. It helps if I actually read all over the box before I start talking. So yes, so those are those. Not really a whole lot to report. So I hope everyone's doing well. Another themed joke for you, with which to come back next week. What sort of music do pilgrims like? Leave comments if you like. I definitely like them. I try to respond to each of them. Sometimes I see them and I'm at work and I'm like, oh, I'll respond after work, and then it's forgotten. But I do eventually respond. So, comments are always great and appreciated. Bye.